In February 2012, Dong Energy launched the Walney 1 and 2 wind farms to form one of the largest offshore wind farms in the world, with a capacity of 367 megawatts. The proposed Walney Extension offshore wind farm is an extension to the Walney wind farm and is classed as a nationally significant infrastructure project, contributing to national renewable energy targets. It has the potential to generate enough electricity to meet the needs of more than 500,000 homes. It's located 19 kilometres west-southwest of Walney Island and 31 kilometres southeast of the Isle of Man, and will cover an area of 149 square kilometres. There may be up to 207 wind turbines, ranging in size from 3.6 megawatts to 8 megawatts. It will have a maximum installed capacity of 750 megawatts. Depending on the size of the turbines used, the turbine rotor diameters will be between 120 and 200 metres. This is roughly the same size as the London Eye. The turbine clearance will be at least 22 metres above sea level during mean high water spring tides. Throughout the pre-application consultation period, the Walney Extension Project team have undertaken extensive consultation with technical stakeholders, members of the community, landowners, residents, and local planning authorities. We have learnt about the area where the project is proposed, and all the feedback received has been used to inform the development of the project. We have visited communities up and down the coast, hosting over a dozen events, and have welcomed over 680 attendees, with around 60% supporting offshore wind in the Irish Sea. Throughout the process, the project team engaged with a number of bodies, including the Environment Agency, RSPB, and local fisheries. Most of the construction work for the Walney Extension will take place at least 19 kilometres offshore. The onshore works will include the onshore cable route, landfall and onshore substation, connecting to the 400 kV national grid substation at Heysham. Cables linking the wind farm to the national grid will be buried underground, meaning that there will be no overhead cables. 3 onshore cable route options were presented to the community and stakeholders during the first round of community consultation. This feedback was used to inform the final cable route option applied for. After a detailed study of the environmental, technical, economical and risk factors associated with the landfall options, Route 2A was selected as the preferred option.
I've been involved in the local projects down here for the past 4 years. We initially started with 3 routes, underground cable routes for the project. This was following the decision from National Grid to give us a grid connection which comes into the site at Heysham. Early on in the route optimisation process, where we try to find what is the best route for not only the project but the community at large, we ruled out one of the routes straight away. This was based on a number of technical issues, along with the potential impact that it would have to the local residents of Middleton. This left us with the 2 southern cable routes. We then had to carry out a very detailed environmental investigations across both routes to find out what was the best option for the project. Through speaking to local and regional organisations, we were informed that there actually was a rare moth. Due to the belted beauty population within the salt marsh here, we are proposing to carry out a horizontal directional drill, commonly known as HDD. What this actually does is it creates a tunnel underneath the salt marsh where we can actually pull in our cables from offshore to onshore, therefore removing any impact at all on the salt marsh and the moths within there.
During construction, the existing Walney wind farm contributed approximately £1 million per month into the local economy. 5,697 people were registered as having worked on Walney wind farm during construction. Approximately 76 permanent jobs are linked to the Walney wind farm operations and maintenance base in Barrow. The range of local jobs supported by the Walney wind farm has included skippers, fuel suppliers, vessel charters, local training providers, local hospitality services, building supply and maintenance, office equipment and consumable suppliers, the Dong Apprenticeship Scheme, technical equipment provision, local engineering and specialist contractors. Wherever possible, we will seek to employ local people to support the Walney Extension project. For example, we hope to source local vessels to assist with crew transfers, guard vessel work and fisheries surveys. Over 95% of the costs related to the pre-application process for Walney Extension was associated with UK consultancies, UK contractors or our UK-based staff.
I came to work for Walney Offshore Wind Farms in January of 2010. I'd already worked at the Barrow Offshore Wind Farm a few months prior to that as a site assistant, and when the projects were starting up they wanted someone to go and help them with the procurement department. So I went over there to work for them for about a year and a half, and then I came back over to the operations and maintenance to continue with my site assistant's role. We support all the managers and the team of technicians that we have. We help them with IT issues, anything from ordering the clothing from the PPE for them, that sort of thing. Well, it's been great for the local suppliers that supply us with all our equipment, and we'll use all our local suppliers for anything from PPE to catering, and it's generated a lot of business for them. Most of the people that we have working here are all from the Barrow in Furness and district area, both for Dong and for Siemens. The technicians usually come in and go for their basic training at Siemens Technical Centre in Newcastle, and then throughout the duration of their working here they can do the level 4 training and then even go further on to do level 7 training just to extend their career. They come to site in the morning and then they go offshore if the weather's bad, and they stay on site and catch up with the paperwork, and then they go home at the end of the day. Yeah, it's been great for all the local businesses in the town, especially the hotels and restaurants, because there's a lot of contractors coming to town, especially with the installation of the new wind farm, and of course they're going to be going out for meals and using all the local hotels while they're staying here. You can't get in the hotels in Barrow in midweek because of all the visitors that are coming to town.
Barrow in Furness is one of the hubs of the UK's offshore wind industry, and Dong Energy believes that our strong presence in the town is helping to develop and support local supply chains and local jobs that can contribute to the construction and maintenance of our offshore projects in the Irish Sea. Collaboration with local communities and stakeholders has improved our plans for the Walney Extension project. Dong Energy is committed to continuing to work with and listen to the community throughout the development of the project, and strive to engage with the local supply chain and promote local employment opportunities. To find out more about the project, please visit the project website www.walneyextension.com, or please email walneyextension@dongenergy.co.uk.